Hey, how's it going everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be the first episode of a new series I'm going to be trying out, which is going to be sort of a tournament report slash vlog type series, where I'll be going over the deck I play, how it does at locals, the record I get playing that specific deck, and if I get top 4, how much prize I get, and the pools. So hopefully this is a series you guys can enjoy. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into the first deck profile for the series, and I'll see you guys in a second. Alright guys, so for the deck really quick, it's going to be Tri-Brigade Zoo, a very powerful deck currently in the format, so if you have access to it, I highly suggest trying it out. So let's go and get right into it. Not going to go into too much detail, just because I don't want this part of the vlog to be too long, but 3 Fractal, 3 Kit, 3 Nerval, and 2 Karas. Pretty standard. I don't think this will change too often unless something gets hit on the ban list. Then next for the starters, the 3 Rescue Cat. A very strong card. If this resolves, it can give you so much advantage over your opponent. It's ridiculous. And then the 2 Zoo monsters, 1 Rapier and 1 Ram for the main deck. Ram is incredibly strong. I've been thinking about bumping it up, but we'll see how it does at 1. But yeah, that is it for that. And for the hand traps, 3 Effect Veiler and 2 Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. Now, Ash is a very, very strong card, but since it's a hard once per turn, I like to only have it at 2. And then Effect Veiler can stop the Verte plays. Next, 2 Pot of Desires, 2 Twin Twister. For the power 1-ofs, Fire Formation Tenki, Foolish Burial, and Called by the Grave. Very strong, comes in pretty clutch, just to stop hand traps, of course. And then Tenki, of course, is good to get either your Fractal or the Zoo monsters. Then for the traps, 3 Revolt. A lot of people run 2. I decided to run it at 3 just to try it out. 3 Solemn Strike and 3 Infinite Permanents. And then a tech of mine that I'm trying out is 2 Anti-Spell in the main deck. Just very, very strong. If you're able to stick this on the board and your opponent doesn't have the out, a lot of decks rely on their spells. And to pair with that, of course, the 1 IO. For the extra deck, really quick, the Zoo package, 1 Borbo, 1 Tiger Mortar, 1 Chakanine, and 1 Hammer Kong. I like Hammer Kong because if I have to use the effect of the Ram to negate the effect of a trap card, I can still have a 4 material Zeus. So that was kind of the theory behind putting in the Hammer Kong. That'll do it for the Zoo package with the Zeus. For the links, Amaraj and the Ancient Warrior, just 2 really good links to put in the deck. Pretty standard as well. And then for the Zoo part of the extra deck, the 2 Baron Blossom, the 1 Rampager, Silver Sheller, and 2 Omen. Been thinking about putting in a 3rd Omen, just because there's a lot of times where I would run out of Omens, so definitely thinking about that. If anything, I'll probably take out the Hammer Kong. And then 1 Apollosa and 1 Boral Sword. Of course, if you have Access Code Talker, definitely put that in over the Boral Sword. For the side, really quick, decided to run 3 Lancia, just a pretty strong card for the meta right now. 2 Gamma-Seals, just to deal with problematic monsters. The 1 Whiptail in the side. 3 Dark Ruler No More. If you have Droplet, that'd be a better option, but this is basically the poor man's Droplet. Then 2 Cosmic Cyclone, just because I hate back row. Even though I have the 2 Twin Twisters in the main, I like Cosmic Cyclone as well. Then 2 Dimensional Barrier, just to stop fusion and synchro plays and XE plays, and 2 Evenly Matched going second. So yeah, that'll be the deck that I'm going to be trying out today. So hopefully I can do pretty well, and hopefully I can get a top 4 spot and get some prize as well. I'll be having the record at the end of the video, like along here somewhere, and just keeping track of, the weekly grind, so to say. But yeah, I'll see you guys soon. So game 1 is against Outledge. He ends up going first, setting 3 and passing. I open up pretty decent, but with 3 back row, you never know what is going to happen. So I just start off with a normal summon of Rescue Cat, make sure that it can resolve. It does. I do end up linking into the Farigite, searching with Nerval, after sending with Kit, trying to attack. He Dogmatica punishes him. He also had Gozen match, so I kind of got stuck right there as well. So I just end up setting 3 passing, activating Anti-Spell, which was a big mistake, Twin Twister to get rid of his Gozen. I should probably get rid of the Anti-Spell just for future plays, but I end up getting rid of it anyways. I try hitting his Unknown. It is an Outledge card, so he's able to chain it, bringing out the Golden Lord. Then I tri-brigade Revolt, going into an Omen after I supposed to summon the Farigite and 2 of the tri-brigade monsters. Then I go into the 4, into Omen effect. Since I already used Kit and Nerval, I just try to banish his face down next to the Torrential, which he does Torrential, and I do end up banishing the other set, which is his punishment. Then I discard Fractal to special summon Kuraz, which allows me to go into more plays. I just go into another Omen and attack after I summon the Ram and go into a Zeus just for backup. Now, that's something that I need to get better with, and when I go into Zeus, I shotgun it a lot of the time. So it goes to his turn. He tries to bring out the Golden Lord, which is fine. I have no response to it. He sends one of his Golden Lord cards, or trap cards, whatever. What is it? I don't even know, but my bad. So he summons out the Golden Lord by sending a trap, then he tries to attack. I go ahead and save my Zeus, sending the Omen and the Kuraz, since Omen can add. I just add the other Fractal, and at the end phase he's going to be setting, which he sets the one that special summons a Golden Lord. So I end up getting rid of it, thinking that he wouldn't be able to do anything else, which was a big misplay. Not only did I lose material, but he was able to set another one, which I guess he was only able to set the one that special summons itself as a monster. So I guess not too bad, but still, I think a misplay. But it goes back to my turn, normal summon Fractal, go into the Silver Sheller for trying to push for game. I go into battle, attack with the Silver Sheller, he lets it go through. Try to attack with the Zeus, he chains the monster that special summons itself. I run over the Zeus, and then attack for some damage with the Fractal. Then I set 1 card, and I pass turn, and it goes to his turn, or at the end phase he does set 1. And then once he does that, and that resolves, it goes to his turn. He tries to summon the Golden Lord, and I do end up striking the Golden Lord, and he realizes he can't really do anything there, so he scoops it up. So yeah, that was a pretty grindy game 1. A lot of traps. The Outledge deck is very good. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get into game 2 here in a second. Alright, with game 2 against Outledge, he decides to go first again, and he opens up a pretty strong board of Inspector Border, set 4. Now, for any deck, that's going to be hard to get over, especially for Tri-Brigade, so I just go ahead and try to discard one of my dead cats in my hand, and try to get rid of some back row, just in case I can sort of make a play later on. He activates one of his Golden Lord cards to bring out the big dude himself. And just attacks for damage, and pretty much at this point I realize that he has way too much advantage. Let him do some more plays. It comes back to my turn, I just set a monster, and I realize it's pretty much over from here. Can't really do much with Inspector Border, but I do not scoop. I believe I just let him attack me for game. So yeah, that was game 2. Pretty bad beatdown by the Outledge player, but Inspector Border is a heck of a card. Alright, we're going to jump right into game 3. I discard Kit to special summon Kuraz and go into the standard Tri-Brigade plays, ending on a Silver Sheller and a double Dragon Lords. Again, sorry for the glare. And I also set 2. One of them is, of course, the Revolt. I special summon the Fractal during the main phase, which I should have just waited. I don't know why I shotgunned that. Golden Lord sending to try to pop. He tries to pop the back row, which he does. It was just a Twin Twister. Then I revolt in his end phase, banishing one of his spell or trap cards since he can't chain it. Then I search the Fractal off of Nerval and draw for turn. From there, I just normal summon the Fractal, and he does skill drain after I banish. Then I chain the Dragon Lords, so me and him both agreed that it would still resolve since I did banish for cost. And then I special summon Kuraz, banishing for 4 to push for more damage. So right now I have Silver Sheller, Baron Blossom, and the Dragon Lords on the field, along with Kuraz. And I try to banish his set. He sets a Torrential Tribute with Trap Tricks, and I do have the Imperm in hand. So what I do after I clear his board and push for some damage is I set the Imperm in his column where he set the Torrential Tribute off the Trap Tricks, so that way I can get a negate. It goes back to his turn, but during the end phase he does not do anything this time. So it goes back to his turn. I Forbidden Lance, so he cannot banish, but he does chain, so that's a bit unfortunate. And then Silver Sheller, I grab the Kuraz. Or actually, I try grabbing Monster, but there's nothing there. Then he brings back the Golden Lord, and I'm gonna try to use the Dragon Lords to bounce it back, but he tries to Torrential, and then I Imperm the Torrential, stopping his play. And from there, he ends up just scooping, I believe, or I think he tries to play it out a little bit because he has a couple traps. Yeah, he has a couple traps, so he tries to play it out a little bit. During the main phase, I try to bring back Kuraz, which works. Then I normal summon Kuraz, and I just attack and push for more damage, and that's game. Alright, going into round 2, game 1, I discard Frack and do the standard tri-brigade plays. He had no interruptions, so I set 2 and on that board with Dragon Lords and the Silver Sheller. He activates the Thunderstorm or Lightning Storm, my bad, Lightning Storm, and he calls monsters, but I thought he called traps, so I lost a ton of advantage burning my Revolt, but with the Revolt I did add Kuraz, and with Omen I end up adding Fractal. So I only have the strike. He activates Tactics, drawing 2 to get more hand advantage, and he ends up activating the Numeron Network, which, or actually just discards the Numeron Wall. I end up striking it because he's trying to get the plays going. So I lose 15 there. Then he activates the Neos Fusion, bringing out the Rainbow Neos, which is pretty cool. I liked this deck a lot. It was pretty fun to play against. The Neos mills a card to send my entire graveyard back to my deck. Then it goes to my turn. After he attacks me for 4,500, I believe it was, he sets 1 and passes. So it comes to my turn. I top draw the Ram, and I go into Borbo to get my Zeus plays going. Now my opponent misplays here. He could have stopped the entire Zeus play because he has a droplet set, but he did not activate it. He was saving it for the Zeus, so I try to activate Zeus. He chains the droplet, discarding Ash so that I cannot respond. And then I put the materials back on and I activate Fractal. And I search with Nerval another Fractal so I can discard it to special summon the Kuraz, which I do here. I discard 2 special Kuraz, then I banish 4 to banish his Rainbow Neos, and from there I end turn and my opponent realizes that he has like nothing to do, so he scoops from there. Alright, so game 2, he activates his Numeron Network, sending the spell card to be able to go into his Numeron plays, which is pretty cool. He also has his spell card that lets him draw 4. I forgot the name of it, but he activates it, draws 4, sets 2, and goes into a 4 negate Apollosa. So right there, it's already looking pretty bleak for me. Being able to negate 4 is pretty strong, so I would have to rely on getting a Zoo monster. Which I think that I can Valor it and it'll lose its counters, but I was told that the counters would go back, so I do activate Valor. He activates Tactics, And he asked me a couple times if I want to take it back, but I didn't want to do that. Or actually, he sends Fractal back. I top draw Fractal, and I discard it in the main phase. He ashes it, which is great because he doesn't have to burn his Apollousa in the game. So I end up setting 2 and passing. From there, I think he might activate a Neos Fusion because it was already set. And he goes into the Rainbow Neos. Now it's already pretty bad. He destroys my back row, can't chain the Revolt, and I take some fat damage here. So I'm relying on my top draw at this point, and I realize that, I pretty much lose this game, so we go in and scoop it up. Alright, so game 3 I go first. I banish 10 for Desires, he lets it go through. I discard Kit to special summon Kuraz, and then I try to activate Kit in Graveyard. He does Ash it, so I have to end up setting 3 and passing there, which is pretty brutal. I activate Imperial Order in the standby, which gets met by a Cosmic Cyclone. Then he activates his Numeron network to go into his Numeron plays. Draws 4 again, which is incredibly strong. From there, he goes into the Fusion. I end up striking it when he uses the effect. So I lose 1500, and he attacks, takes some damage. Then he tries to attack with his other monster, which then I do in perm, which makes him lose attack as well. And he doesn't get the effect to boost any of the other Numerons, so he basically has to attack Kuros 3 times, which really helped me and got me basically got me the game. Because he's only able to punch for 4,000 after that, and I have, about, 2,500 left. It goes to my turn. I top draw a Rat Pierre, and this is basically what gets me game. I attack, and then I go into the Zeus, and I just sit on that. He doesn't have too many plays. He does Planet Pathfinder to get the Numeron network, and I think about in the end phase to detach 2, but I realize that is a terrible play. So I just go to my turn, draw, switch to attack, and I also normal summon the Kit, and I attack over the Apollousa. Then I attack with the Kit. Main phase 2, I do link the Kit into the Summon Grey Almirage, which comes in super clutch during my opponent's turn, which you'll see here in a second. I go into the standard search with Nerval. He goes into the wall, or the network, doesn't really do anything there and just passes. So I normal summon Fractal, he activates the Lance, and I just punch in for 49, or tried to punch into 49. I do the 19, he special summons the wall, and he can't be destroyed by battle, I believe, and from there he realizes he can't do much and scoops it up again. So yeah, that was pretty fun round 2. Alright, we go right into top 4. I go first. I open up the Foolish Burial to send the Kit and the Nerval to add the Kuraz. I normal summon Kit, and then go into the standard plays where I go into the Ferrijit, special the Kuraz, go into Dragon Lords, and during his turn I activate Anti-Spell, which he hits with the Cosmic. He summons one of his virtual worlds, I think it's Nanyan or whatever it is. I'm not too familiar with the virtual world deck names, so sorry. He normal summons, I bounce back with Dragon Lords, which I should have saved it, but he has the spell card. He reveals 2 special, or send in special, which resolves, and then he does it with the other card in his hand as well. He reveals it and is able to special summon it. On that, I strike it, so he doesn't get to resolve it. Then during his main phase still, I bring out the Kuraz, and he goes to end phase. Which I activate the Revolt, banishing his face down after I bring back Kit, Nerval, and Rampager, so that way I can get an extra search. But I realize my hand is empty, so I don't end up searching the trap, I believe. I just go to Omen, Nerval, Kit, then Omen, banish, then I get to search, and then end phase, Kuraz comes back to my hand. And then I top draw a Tenki. My opponent realizes he's out resource, so he ends up scooping once I activate the Tenki. So yeah, that was game 1. Alright, game 2 of top 4. My opponent ends up going first, activates the spell, activates one of the virtual worlds in the hand to special summon. Then he activates his other spell to activate a trap directly from the deck, reveals, targeting the trap, I believe. Special summons the Lao Lao. Then I effect Veiler it. And then he banishes to search, which I really like the Virtual World deck. That's a deck I might try picking up soon. It looks like a lot of fun. But anyways, he goes into a Synchro, I believe. He thinks he has to banish them, but he didn't special summon them yet from their effects. So he goes into the big Virtual World card that banishes all the cards on the field, which is pretty cool against the tri-brigade. He reveals targeting, and then I think he changes targets to the monster after he realizes he doesn't have anything. But no, he actually sends the spell. So from there, he targets the monster, and then this is where he kind of thought about it, and he targets the spell. So yeah, I was just a little bit ahead of time. Then he gets to special summon one of his Virtual Worlds from the graveyard, and then he gets another one as well from its own effect, I believe. He's just thinking here. Yeah, he does get another Virtual World, and he goes into more Synchros. He goes into the Crocodile card that basically lets him pop 2 cards. So I draw for my turn, and I end up tributing the Synchro that pops 2 cards to give him a Kaiju, which kind of from there just gives me a ton of advantage, because if he was able to pop cards, he would have just killed my play once I summoned my Zodiac monster, which I do end up activating Tenki, searching Ram because I know that the trap card targets the monster to change its attack position. So I go to Ram, go into Borbo, declare an attack. He tries to activate the trap. I detach Ram to protect it. So it does 0 damage, but the attack still goes through. So in main phase 2, I'm able to still go into the Zeus. And from there, I go into the Hammer Kong, so I can have 4 materials, which I was saying that in the deck profile. I really like that option. And then I wipe the entire board, which he's not completely dead yet, because he has all his spells in the graveyard. During main phase 2, I discard the Frack, add the Kuraz, and then I pass turn there by setting 1. Then he goes into Lulu, and he realizes he had to banish those 2 to special summon his Synchro monster, which it's his effect, so I go ahead and strike it before it actually comes out. So it shouldn't have came out, because I was going to strike it on the effect. He didn't really specify what he was doing. Then he banishes the trap to special summon it, but its effects are negated. Then he goes to end phase. I go in and shotgun my Zeus, and I normal summon the Kuraz. He ghost spells, and so I just push for a little bit of damage. Goes to his turn. He banishes 2 to special, and then he banishes to search, and he has to discard one of his cards for the Quinlong. I think he forgets to do that until someone tells him. So yeah, he just has the Lulu, normal summons the Lulu, and gets out another one from his deck, and he targets, sending a spell or trap, sends a spell, or actually he realizes he doesn't have any targets, so he just attacks and passes turn there. I just normal summon, and from there he realizes the game's pretty much over. I banish 4, and he scoops there. So yeah, 5-0, pretty strong, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Alright guys, so tri-brigade did end up bringing it home, went undefeated throughout the entire day. I did get a couple of matches that went to game 3, but overall this deck is very powerful and kind of underrated. I've seen a lot of people just drop the Zoo engine, which I don't agree with, because it's just a 1-card Zeus. If they don't have the answer, that just can get you back in the game or just change the entire outcome of the game. So yeah, Zoo brought it home this week, and we got 12 packs, or I did win 12 packs of the Legendary Duelist Synchro Storm. I did open up 1 pack, and that's what I got. The Speedroid Ultra Hound as a super rare, so pretty cool. Let's go and crack open the rest of the packs. We got 11 here, plus OTS packs as well. We got 17. So we got some bonus packs at the end there. So not too sure what the greatest cards in the set is, but let's go ahead and get into it. We got some of the reprints for that, pretty cool. For Bird Up, Unknown Synchron, pretty cool. And just a rare. So I'm hoping to at least get an Ultra, or a couple Ultras out of the 11 packs remaining. It'd be nice. Oh, one of the Draco Phoenix, Exceed, Tornado Dragon, that's actually a really cool reprint. And just another rare, unfortunately. I just destroyed that pack. Alright, Synchron Explorer, pretty old card. Speed Lift, Speedroid, that one's pretty cool reprint, and just another rare, very unfortunate. Then we have the other Speedroid to pair with the one that we just pulled. And just another rare. Pretty cool. Unfortunately, these packs are very slow right now. Hoping I didn't get like all the rares, that'd be super unfortunate. Quill Pen, pretty cool. Speedroid, and just another rare. I think I got all the rares, unfortunate. That's going to be a very disappointing end to otherwise a pretty good night. We got a ultra rare, and that is the alternate arts for Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Pretty cool. I know that this one is one of the more sought after ultras right now, just because of the alternate art. I'm assuming it'll go down in time. Another Tornado Dragon, pretty cool. 01. And another one of these guys for their Synchron. 4 more packs to go from the Synchro Storm. Hoping to at least pull something else. It doesn't look like I'm going to get it this time. One of the new cards. Just a rare. Alright, 3 more packs to go. I mean, the alternate art, Crystal Wing, can't really complain. Hedgehog, Speedroid, Noble Knights, and another rare. So 2 packs left. Hoping at least a super or something would be very nice. Another Noble Knight, Speed Lift, and another rare. So, going on to the last pack. Unfortunately, not very, very good packs, but you know, it does happen. Speedroid and another one of the Synchros. So very unfortunate. Only ended up getting the one super rare from the pack I opened off camera, and the Clear Wing. So yeah, that's for the Synchro Storm. For OTS 17, let's see if this can redeem. Doesn't look like it. Oh, maybe. Nope. Did you kind of see that? It looked like an outline for the ulti. Last pack. Hoping to get something decent. Doesn't look like it. And nope, just a vessel. So very unfortunate. Only good card is of course the Clear Wing Synchro Dragon, ultra rare, the alternate art. So pretty cool. Can't complain. Like I said, free packs. So pulling something like this is pretty cool. But until next time, see you guys later. Alright guys, so for the recap, of course, I went 5-0, went undefeated this week. pretty cool. I know tri-brigade is one of the stronger decks, but since it's so easy to set against with the Lancias, and if they really hit you with an Ash and stuff like that, it can absolutely kill your plays. So going undefeated isn't a guarantee, even at a local event. So yeah, pretty cool. Prize, I got the 12 packs, only ended up pulling one good card, so to say, and that was the Crystal Clearwing Synchro Dragon. So I thought this was just an alternate art of Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. So I was like, oh, look at the alternate art, yada yada yada. But it is a completely different card after I looked at it. This is pretty cool. It takes a tuner synchro monster and one non-tuner clear wing monster. So I don't know how easy that's going to be to get out. There might be support in this set for it. And then basically it gains attack and can negate a card a spell trap activation. So pretty cool. But so yeah, I'll be keeping track of like the pulls, such as the high rarity stuff, Ghost, Starlight, Ulti, and Ultras. Not really gonna be too concerned about the supers just because they're so common. But yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.